think it's great that people, like it says, everyone has a story to share. I think that was actually what caught my attention. The fact that you're really keen on listening to everyone's stories and sharing it with the world, because it's one thing to have a story, it's another thing to share it with the world, because people's stories can actually be the stepping stone to another person's success. And that's really what excites me about this podcast, the fact that you're actually sharing stories. It's a great platform to showcase people and listen to their stories and also publicize them to the world. And I'm glad that I had this opportunity to. The questions were perfect. It's in my line of work. Everything was absolutely perfect. Like I said, it's like a storytelling session. So basically there wouldn't be like a time frame for such a storytelling session. And I would say maybe depending on the time span or attention span of people, maybe I don't know, this is a podcast and it's also on video. I've never had to do like a 1 hour interview before, but then people have short attention span. So I don't know, depending on what your target audience attention span is like, you might want to tweak the time you need to, and also try different options and see if people prefer the longer version or the shorter version. But then this is absolutely great. I know someone that does something like this. Chude Okonkwo does something like this, and people really love his videos, and definitely it's an opportunity to share stories as well. This isn't a podcast that is restricted to anyone. But I would say maybe for this session, this particular session that we just had, it will be good for people in the nonprofit development space to listen to, because there are some tips and strategies that I shared based on the questions that you asked. But then I don't think it's something that should be restricted to people. We never know who is interested in the development space or anyone who is interested in starting their own organization. So
if you enjoy this podcast, make sure you subscribe so you never miss any of our future episodes. Rate and review Obehi Podcast and share with your friends who might need it. I remain Obehi Imo. Thank you so much for listening, and talk to you in the next episode.